Hello, my name is Karla Nelson Wolf, and I'm going to talk to you today about Zinzino. I personally became quite passionate about Zinzino when I was introduced to this about 11 years ago. I was an exchange student to Scandinavia way back in '88 and had my four children there. And at that time, 11 years ago, when I was introduced to it, my children were for teenagers. Now, every kid, if you've got more than one child, you know that they could all be very different. Well, my kids were different, but the youngest one kind of lived in his own little world. And somebody mentioned to me, have you ever had him tested? You can have things nutritionally tested and find out if he's deficient in something. And I thought, actually, I could do a study myself because of my four teenagers. What I found out really shocked me because my youngest son was way different than the other children. And so I got this about 20-page report that kind of told me a little bit about it and made some suggestions. So I gave him what they had suggested. 2 weeks after taking some of the Zinzino products, he was a different kid. He was at our kitchen table and just like I said, he kind of lived in his own world. But here at the table, he was asking his siblings about their day. And not only that, but usually I had to here's your plate of food, and you have to at least eat this. But that day, he was taking second helpings on his own, and that was just not him. But I was thinking, okay, I'm a teacher and counselor, and I know when I go in and observe in the classroom, if somebody said, take a look at Johnny, because I think Johnny's very disturbing in the classroom, what is it that I would see? A disturbing Johnny. So I was thinking, well, maybe I'm just looking into things and hoping as a mom that this is making a difference. But the week after that, he was at his good friend's house, and I came to pick him up around dinner time because that was one of his things. He didn't want to eat other places. And when I got there, the front door flew open, and his best friend's parents were standing in the doorway and said, "What did you do to Christian?" Then I knew it wasn't just me. Now, I became quite passionate about this because if you help something for a child, you've got their mom's soul, right? But I'm going to tell you a little bit about why he was changing and why I became passionate about it. So, we're going to talk a little bit more about Zinzino. What is Zinzino and why is this really actually working? So, to hear a little bit about Zinzino, I think if we really look at it, most people are really wanting to be healthy in life, right? If you ask somebody, do you want to be healthy or not healthy? Is really simple. But we know more about health than ever before, and yet the world's never been sicker. And I really think a lot of people are starting to ask, well, why is that? There are so many different health problems around the world. Hippocrates even said, let your food be your medicine and your medicine be your food. So that isn't very different than what we're saying today. We know that what is it affecting your body? It's what we're putting in it, correct? So let's take a closer look. And so that you can see this, I'm going to make this even a little bit bigger. Now, if we look at what was it like years and years ago? Well, we know that we ate things from Mother Nature, where nowadays things are more man-made. If we look at how it's affecting us, what is that our food is doing to our body? Well, it's affecting our cells, and our cell membrane is made up of omegas, mainly omega-6 and omega-3. Now, omega-6s, those are the plant-based ones, and omega-3 you get like from fish or sometimes from different nuts and things like that. Did you know that you are supposed to have the exact same amount of each? The exact same amount. That's how we are made. That's how our bodies are formed to be. And that's how we were years ago. Now, if you look at what science says, most scientists, if you just Google this, it says don't get over 3 times the amount of omega-6 in your body as omega-3. Around the time of the Industrial Revolution, they wanted to mass produce foods. And so they would, of course, use the cheapest things in the ingredients. And a lot of that was plant-based oils, which is that omega-6. And even though that is, it's not that it's bad, we really need it. It's essential. That's why these are called essential fatty acids. But we're getting so much of them. And actually now the average is closer to 25 to 1 in the United States here. And who knows how far it's going to get. I mean, my children and grandchildren, we don't know what the future is holding. We can just see the evolution of these numbers is not good. Why does that matter? Because if you have a body that's not in balance, it's affecting everything that your cells are affected by. So your brain cells, your skin cells, every organ in your body, your knees, your joints, all of these things are being affected by what you're putting into your mouth. So how does it really do it? Well, if your cell gets over 3 times the amount of omega-6 in your body. So 3 times omega-6 to every omega-3, your cell gets kind of stiff. Well, if it's stiff, how do you get in that vitamin and mineral? Every cell is like a machine. I think of it as a gas of the car. If you're not going to get gas into your car isn't going to go. It doesn't matter what kind of car, you need the gas in the car to go. But again, if that cell is stiff, you're also not going to get the toxins out. And that's going to make a difference also for your cells and how it's working. Because if you're not getting that toxin out, that's going to create that chronic inflammation that people are talking about. So you want to have that flexibility in your cell. And if you get that into your cell, now that flexible cell, you're able to get all those vitamins and minerals in to make that machine go and work optimally and get those toxins out. Also getting the toxins out. It's the same thing again as that car. If you don't get the exhaust out of your car also cannot go. A lot of people take a lot of time taking care of their cars, but your body is 100 trillion of these cells, and they are each machines too. We need to take really good care of our bodies also. And how do you know where it's at? I mean, can you just look at somebody and see? Can you look at somebody and see if they're going to get cancer or they're going to get sick? Or you can't see that on the outside. You don't know how they are and what their cells are saying on the inside. That's where Zinzino comes in, because we can take a test. We have different tests in Zinzino, but the one I'm really going to talk more about today is this balance test, because I found out when it changed my son how important it is for not just my son, my entire family, myself, and actually for every person out there. And if you want to take a look and see what it is, well, as you can see here, you're just taking a little prick in the finger test and sending that off to Vites, which is a laboratory in Oslo, Norway. And you can see here all the different places that use this independent lab. Everything from Harvard University to the University of Cambridge, Massachusetts General Hospital is also using them. All of these places trust Vites with their tests, and so do we. Actually, that's what I think is kind of fun, because we've all just passed 1 million tests in Zinzino alone that's telling us about what people's balance is. And the results are quite shocking. When we know your cell is working the way it's supposed to, if you're 3 to 1, we can see that 97% of the world is out of balance with 1 million tests. And we can talk to people in over 140 countries and still 97% out of balance. And actually, in North America, 99% are failing that test. And so what is it that you get out of this test? Well, you actually can print it out. It's like a 20-page report. But in general, you're getting a couple of different numbers that really matter about your health. You are getting that number of the omega-6 3 balance. What is your exact number? You are getting a idea of how much omega is in your body. Do you know your body is actually 8% supposed to be just omega-3s? If you really want to be really good, put it over 10%. There's more numbers, but that's just some of the main things. Personally, I thought I was healthy. I was living over in Scandinavia. They don't eat like I grew up. My mom had a restaurant, and I didn't have to cook anything. It was just cooked. So I lived on cereal for breakfast and 21 shrimp baskets for lunch, and things that weren't very healthy for the rest of the day, and a lot of other snacks. But my score came back, and I thought I was, feeling good. I didn't think I would have anything wrong. And still 34.4 to 1, even higher than the average right now in the United States. So I found that test, and I wanted to be in balance. The more I understood that, I wanted that number to be 3 to 1 or better. So how many of these tests that we have done are getting people into balance? That's what's an exciting thing about it, because 95% of everybody who's taken a second test is 3 to 1 or better. That is just incredible, because we're not at people's houses checking that they're taking it every day, checking that they are taking the right dose, because it is weight-based, and yet people are getting into balance. Now, why are they getting into balance? Well, we have the most incredible scientific advisory board, and they are some of the best well-known experts in these areas. Ola Ida is one of them that created this balance product. He spent 30 years, it's his life's work, on trying to figure out why people couldn't get completely into balance if fish was so important like it is on Greenland. Why? Because they weren't having a lot of the heart issues, right? But the rest of the world, that was the #1 killer. And that was a Danish study, the Kern Durbeck, that really got that. And actually, that was an important study. And he built on that, working on, well, why doesn't fish oil work? If they are eating a lot of fish, how come we can't get into balance? And that's one of the most important things that I think is making a difference on this product, because it's not just a fish oil. I don't even call it an omega-3, because this works like fish. It's fish, like how fish would work on you. And that's the difference, because if you find fish in nature, you're always going to find it with polyphenols. The polyphenol is the antioxidant to make sure that it doesn't get rancid. So using that makes a huge difference. So our products are getting everybody into balance. And actually, when we're getting 95% of the population 3 to 1 or better, that's kind of proving that what this is doing is working, and pretty much what everybody else doesn't really work. It's your own blood that tells you that story. And if you look at how you absorb things, whether people are saying, well, I've been taking krill oil, or I've been taking a different omega-3, or I've been taking whatever it is, you can see here that the reason these polyphenols are, or the reason this is working, is because that polyphenol is keeping it, and that you can absorb it and over a longer period of time in your day. And that's why it's working. Now, we have different balance oils or different balance products. Pick one. I love the balance oil. It has all different kinds of flavors that you can take. There's also a premium that has even higher polyphenol content, and you can also take it as capsules. If you are not crazy about taking a shot like we do, I take a balance shot every day. I just pour in my dose per body weight, add a little water, and down it goes. But if you're not crazy about that, we got something to balance. Everybody needs it. We have ones that you can dissolve in liquid called Aqua X, Or actually, yes, we have fish oil without the fish. And for all of you vegans out there, please take your test. We can see by those numbers that you really need to get more omegas into your body. And here you can do it with our vegan balance oil. So we have so many different awards you can see on here. One that I'm really proud of is that Informed Sports has approved all of our Zinzino products pretty much now, and show to absolutely everybody at every age, because we all need it for different reasons. Whether you are a baby from 1 year old all the way to the end of life, we all need this. Everybody at every stage of life. What is the benefits of getting into balance? Well, there are so many of them, and I'm just going to mention these first three in green about optimal heart function, optimal brain function, and immune system. That alone is worth it just to get into balance. Now, I can tell you personally, like I said, I didn't think I had anything wrong with me. I grew up, at the restaurant, and so my number was one of the highest in Denmark for many years. That's why they put me on all these brochures all the time, and people tease me all the time. But after my 120 days, I went down to 2.8 to 1, and I didn't think I had anything wrong with me. But I think that I feel better here. I'll be 55 this year. I probably feel better now and have more energy now. And I love running around after I have a 4 and a 5-year-old grandson. Those two can wear out anybody, but I am running around with them up on the best of the playgrounds. And sometimes, they're just saying, "Hey, Grandma." And people are saying, "Did those kids just call you Grandma?" Yes. And I love it that I have the energy to keep up with them. And I'm wanting to do that for many years to come, because I know I'll be getting more grandchildren. So it is about living a long life, but you also want to live healthy as long as possible. I think that's something we all want. There are other products in Zinzino, so I'm just going to mention a couple more things, because what Zinzino has actually been working on is how can you get your body to work way back like it did that 150 years ago, before all this industrial revolution and things like that. Well, besides getting into balance, there is an issue that we all have, and I think we all got it. We just don't know it. And that is the microbiome in our gut is so far off. And you've heard maybe about the gut-brain connection. Well, how can we actually get that to work the way it's supposed to? Well, you have your good and your bad bacteria, and we're killing off with a lot of the things in the food, the good bacteria, or maybe the medicines we're taking and all those antibiotics and everything else. So the bad bacteria, this dysbiosis is just not good for our gut. And that's one thing that, because of that, a lot of these problems in our health arise. So Zinzino has created a prebiotic. And what that does is it actually gives food to all the good bacteria, but doesn't give it to the bad bacteria. And that is making a huge difference in healing the gut, which is actually healing so much of your body. So adding that to our diet is important. And then getting the right vitamins and minerals in the car, right? You need the gas in the car. So we have the best vitamin and mineral supplement that you can ask for. And just check it out. Look on the back of the box, and you can see why. So many people that are nutritionists and stuff are saying, "Whoa, this is incredible what they're packing in here." But these three things together are what we call our health protocol. When your computer gets stuck and it just, it kind of slows down or just won't go, well, you just can fix that really easy. I mean, I'm not techie, but I know to push Control Alt Delete and the computer resets, and it's like miraculous. Well, the reset button for your health is the health protocol. Getting into balance, getting the right vitamins and minerals, and getting that gut working the way it should. Those three things is that reset button for you. Now, I'm going to add one more thing to it, and that is the premium protocol adds a product called Viva to it. Viva means life. And getting your life back, if you have issues like sleep issues, mood issues, or stress issues. I mean, really, who doesn't have that? But those three things are super important for so many people. And this is an all natural way to get that into your diet. And I'll tell you, I need it every day. So the Health Protocol Premium is probably the Rolls Royce of nutrition out there. So that's more about Viva. Actually, we call it a spa for the mind. So definitely, if you have sleep, mood, or stress issues, add that product. This is the product lines of Zinzino. Take a balanced product, get some vitamins in there, get your gut in balance, and our spa for the mind. So there are a few other things in there that I won't go into, but this is what Zinzino has. And the best thing about them is they work. And it works so well that we are actually building an army of brand ambassadors out there. And I love to take a look at all of these names who are trusting Zinzino with their bodies. I heard Sarah Hector. She's a Swedish athlete who is an alpine skier. And I remember them talking about at one point how, a 0.01 difference in time would maybe be the difference whether they're on the podium or not. And that she made sure she was taking balance oil to make sure her body was working optimally. I was super proud here. The last Olympics, she won the gold medal, and super proud that she is a part of Zinzino, and so super happy for her that she knew her body works. I mean, science is science. You can't change that. So, here in the United States, we just got our first brand ambassador in Minnesota. He is a professional boxer, and we are super proud that he is a part of Zinzino Slink Proper. The brand ambassadors really show that people are trusting with their bodies and their health with Zinzino. We are a global company and spreading out. We have offices all over. When I got started 10 years ago, we were just in Scandinavia. Actually, now you can become a partner in over 40 countries, as I chose to do, but we can actually get products out to over 140 countries. And that is growth. And that's what I'm going to now talk a little bit about. I'm going to talk a little bit about the business. When you look at the way business works, sometimes people get in on something that is a trend. And if you're getting in on a trend, you can have a huge potential. So when you think of Zinzino, and I just said, 97% of the population fail this test. That is super important for your health. And we can actually prove that our products are working to help this global problem. And what we're actually proving is that others isn't working. Now that is a business potential. And right now we are just getting started. Do you know we don't even have 1% of any of the countries that we're in? Here in the United States, we're just about ready to round about 30,000 tests. We've got 330 million more to go. And that's actually why this is such a great opportunity. So in Zinzino, you can choose to become a customer, but you can also partner up with the company. And either way, you pay the same for the products. It's totally up to you. If you are interested in getting healthy, start the products. But if you're taking a look at Zinzino and saying, well, if this could be an opportunity, then follow along here and take a look at why right now is an incredible time in Zinzino. But the first thing I would ask is to find out, maybe probably the most important question. What is it that you would really want out of Zinzino? Why would you start the business? Is it something that you want to be, do, or have? For example, would you want to have to pay off your house or to be at home with your children? Um, would you like to have more vacation time or being able to give more to charities? Would you want to create more income for your family so that you could uh, get more things like a horse for your kids, or because I know that's expensive, but it doesn't matter why. It depends on what your goals or your dreams are. Can you get that somewhere else? Or are you looking for a way to create that extra income? And we in Zinzino call that the break the zero income. So many people are saying, here's my income. What can I get for that? Instead of saying, how do I want my life? What do I want to do, be, or have? And how can I get that? So most people are working every month and get that income and pay the bills and start over every month from zero. Well, in Zinzino, we can actually create more income every month by starting up customers and partners who take this product because they need to continue to take it to stay into balance. If it took 120 days to get into balance, you stop, you're going to get, after 120 days, you're going to be back to where you started from. These are essential because you need them, and we cannot get them from the food that we have now. So if you can create customers and partners in your team, next month, they're going to also order. So you don't have to start from zero. That's the break the zero income. So what would you want to do, have, or be? Then we say, if that's a choice that you're going to make to partner up with a company, we're going to start you in the business. How do we do that? Number one, you choose a partner kit. Now, we have different kits for everybody, anything from free where you get nothing, or you can actually get more products and get your business started. Now, you can see here, the more you order, the better it gets. Actually, I'm going to recommend our Ultimate Partner Kit because it's like $3,400 worth of products, 70% off. So you're only paying $9.95. The reason I would recommend that is because here, now after COVID, and we're getting restarted on really building this big, they have a campaign going on here for 2023. You can actually get it completely refunded. You get started on your product, you get 25 products on subscribe and save at the end of the year. And I'm going to explain that a little bit more, but you get that, which we all can do. You get refunded the entire $9.95. So that's why this kit is absolutely the best choice. But again, we can get any of the other kits. You can also build the business. Then step 2 is, for sure, you want to be on your own products if you're going to start your own business. So we get you on your monthly auto order. With your auto order, you get what we call our GoCore app, which is all of our training that's included in that. And it's hundreds of speeches and videos and about the products and about building the business and motivational and everything, all in your auto ship. So getting that started on there. And the one thing everybody can do, and you can do this whether you're a customer or partner, you can actually get your products for free. So if you are thinking, well, if I want to have myself on all the whole health protocol premium, because that's the Rolls Royce, but I have 3 or 4 children, now you're thinking, okay, ooh, that's quite a few. But we can actually get things completely free. How? Well, when you're recommending this to others, again, whether you're a customer or partner, and you have at least 4 people who are taking 4 times whatever volume you have, you're going to get it completely free. Okay, not completely. We're not going to get around paying taxes and shipping. But other than that, you get it for free. So why not do that? Okay, how do we create income? Well, the only way you're going to create income is by talking about this, and some people will become customers and some people will become partners. So if we take a look at how much income you can create just talking to people. Now, when you get started, you're going to get a percentage back on every sale if we're just talking customers on cash bonuses. So if you have one customer, you're going to get 10% back. If we get up to 25 customers, you're going to now get 20% back. But let me talk a little bit about these customers, because we have what we call customer points. And the reason we have that is because you could have 25 people just taking a bottle of balance oil. That would be 25 customers, correct? But what if one person took 25 bottles of oil? Wouldn't that be the same volume? Exactly. So that's why we call them customer points. So 25 products going through your business is customer points. And most people, they get started and they come on our subscribe and save program because they're going to get 40% off by doing that. Just like on Amazon, they get a discount, but 40% is great. And so you're going to get this cash bonus month after month after month. So when you hit 25 products or customer points or more, we call that a team. And then first of all, you're getting about 25% back. But that adds up to around $250, $300 back every month, month after month after month. So remember, if people are taking the health protocol, that's 3 products. The health protocol premium, that would be 4. So we get to help people get healthy and then create an income by doing that. So you want to create some more income? Well, let's get up to 50 products. 50 customer points. You're now getting 25% back on every product month after month after month. Now, this is creating even more income, like getting at least $600 per month. Are you getting the picture? So that we call pro team. Now, when you get up to 100 customers, we call that top team. Now you're getting closer to 1,100 and sometimes more for every month that you have 100 customer points, because you're getting 30% at this point. But there's a special thing at 100 products and what we call top team. They give you a $10,000 one-time bonus, and it's actually paid out $400 a month over 25 months. So you're actually getting closer to $1,500 or more every month. This is getting fun, and you can continue on this. We, at one point, if you have 200 customer points, now not only are you getting 30% back, but they send you on our exclusive director trip, which is a 5-star hotel for a week where I don't even want to try to explain it. You just have to try it. But again, every month you're getting that residual income. And this is just the customer bonuses. Now, as I said at one point, you can continue to either build by getting customers or you can get partners. It takes some time. You're talking to somebody. Some people will sign up as customers. Some will sign up as partners. Some people might think you're a little bit weird and crazy. I know they do for me sometimes, but that's okay. We just talk to another person. But as time goes on, this works kind of like the compound interest, because the more you talk to people, at some point you have more and more people taking your products. And that's where that residual income comes in. So let's talk about how the partner side works. So when we get you started, we are going to help you get your first 4 customer points. Now remember, people taking products, every product is a customer point. So your first 4, when we add it up to 20 credits total, is going to give you a smart bronze bonus. Now, because we have so many countries, we call everything a pay point. And in the United States right now, little technical. The pay point is $1.15. So the Smart Bronze bonus is 100 pay points, $115. Then we're going to talk to some people about the business too. We get an enrollment incentive for doing so. And that's a 200 pay points, which is $230 if you help somebody get started in your first month that starts with the ultimate kit and they get their first 4 customer points. So let's do that to 2 people. That's going to give you 400 pay points. And that actually also qualifies you then for Fast Silver, which is another 150 pay points. Not bad. And then we want to get up to 10 customer points called X Team Express. Now, all of these together, that was a lot of jibber jabber, but together, that is 800 pay points, which is $920 in all of these bonuses. Plus, you're going to get some cash bonus. Plus, you're going to get some team commission in there. So it's about $1,000 that you can get in your first month. Now, usually this takes about 20 meetings or so, or do a big business launch and put them all in the same room and let's talk to people about this. And some will become customers, some will become partners, and some might think you're a little bit crazy. That's okay. We'll talk to some other people. Love them where they're at. Now, getting to that silver, if you can do it, you can help others do the same thing. So getting silver, helping more people go silver. If you help 4 people get to that silver level, that's a level we call executive. And that pays you at least about $1,000 a month. That's not a bad thing to help people. So helping people get healthy or helping people build a business by getting people healthy is an incredible way of building a residual income. And if you can get here to executive, how about helping others do the same thing? If you have 4 people in your team that are about executive or above, remember it's all volume, now you are what we call diamond. That's about a $5,000 bonus. That is a great bonus. And you can see there's a little car there because $1,000 of it every month is a car bonus. So not a bad deal to get to. But you don't have to stop here. If you have 4 people in your team as diamonds, we get to a level called crown. That does anywhere from 13, 16,000 or more, totally up to you and how you are building your business. That is a residual monthly paycheck. Isn't that a great way of building a business? By helping others build their business. So crown is a great break the zero income month after month after month. But it doesn't stop here. Actually, you can create any type of income. There isn't a limit except for how much you're going to do the work, just so that you can see the numbers on here. And remember, the limit is only what you are willing to do. So in Zinzino, we have such huge goals because we know everybody needs this. Everybody in the world needs to be in balance, and we are just getting started. We have a goal of hitting 1 million here in 2025, 20 million in 2030, and 100 million people into balance in 2050. And we are just getting started. We are just here. So taking a look at this and seeing what is your dream, can you, with that income, you can make any of your dreams come true. So it's up to you if you're going to become a customer or partner. That's totally up to what you want to do, but we can actually help people do with their health and with their wealth. Zinzino, inspiring change in life. Actually, that's how I feel about Zinzino. It has been such an inspiration for me and for so many others. But why? Well, personally, I was a teacher and a counselor, and I really loved my job. I kind of danced to school every day and I danced home. But there was one thing that was really frustrating, and that is there's so many meetings. The afternoon and evening, there's a lot of meetings as a teacher and a counselor because you got to meet when parents can meet. And, that's my time with my children that it's taking from. So I got started in the business and started to share this. And after about 1.5 years, I had just as much income in Zinzino than I did with my teacher's wages. And my children were that important to me. And it was probably the best gift that I got, that I was able to stay at home with my 4 teenagers at the time. Because the following years after that, they were all moving out of the house. And now they're all out of the house, living their lives, starting their own families. And I have that flexibility to go and be where I want to be when I want to be. So I don't know what your goal is or what you said to that, what you wanted to do, have, or be. It is totally up to you, whether you just want to start on the products and get healthy, because we all need that. But if you have a goal, something you want to do, have, or be, I totally recommend starting in Zinzino. Talk to the person who invited you here, and let's inspire change in life. Thanks for watching.